Tennessee Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally is a part of this political movement that is passing all of these anti-LGBTQ bills of a variety of different forms in states across the country. A lot of them are anti-drag bills. When he was the head of the Senate, they did something like that. You have those sorts of things. You have restrictions on gender affirming care. You have literally some states like Iowa trying to ban same-sex marriage outright. And so I'm not saying that his social media activity necessarily directly bears on any of that, but it does turn out that he has amongst the most interesting social media activity of any politician that I've seen since Ted Cruz liked that video low a few years ago. First of all, here is how Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally looks. And how he looks doesn't matter, except we'll see. Anyway, he is a fan of giving people positive affirmations on Instagram is how I'll put it, including one person in particular. This is Franklin Superstar, who is his account on Instagram that we know of, keeps himself in very good shape, very admirable. That's not what's important. The response from Lieutenant Governor McNally of just a heart is what's interesting. It is his official verified lieutenant governor's Instagram post. And that's I'll say a racy photo, nothing wrong with it. But it becomes a bit of a trend. Here's another post from Franklin Superstar that Lieutenant Governor McNally responds with, love it, with a little double heart. I like that one, mixes it up. Then to another one had responded with hi sunshine with an exclamation point. Now, I'm not saying anything. So I just want to put that out there so that when his spokesperson responds, he doesn't include me when he says, trying to imply something sinister or inappropriate about a great grandfather's use of social media says more about the mind of the left-wing operative making the implication than it does about Randy McNally. As anyone in Tennessee politics knows, Lieutenant Governor McNally is a prolific social media commenter. He takes great pains to view every post he can and frequently posts encouraging things to many of his followers. Does he always use the proper emoji at the proper time? Maybe not. But he enjoys interacting with constituents and Tennesseans of all religions, backgrounds, and orientations on social media. He has no intention of stopping. And let me tell you, his staff has tried to stop him and has failed repeatedly. I'm kidding, that part I added. Sharon, it's like there's nothing necessarily going on. It's just one of those weird areas of politics where it feels on some level that there's a hypocrisy being revealed. What do you think?
I think we need to allow the man to like who he likes, and he likes Superstar, and his staff is right. He wants to interact a whole lot more, okay? He loves interacting with as many as he can get his hands on, and I don't see anything wrong with it except that H word, the hypocrisy word. Can I follow Superstar right now? Fine, just did it. Listen, this is what always happens, and this great grandfather, I'm guessing, okay, and I was thinking that they would come out with it. He's been hacked line. They didn't do that. But I'm guessing didn't know how to switch to the other account, okay, that he had help setting up with. And so he made an error. And he liked Superstar in his official capacity. And I don't see anything wrong with that either, except for the H word, John.
Yeah, it doesn't, by the way, we have no idea that the thing that we're dancing around, that this is an indication of that. It isn't necessarily. Maybe it was for some other, maybe he just, late in life is trying to get back into physical fitness. He's like, that is a role model right there. Clearly, dude keeps it tight. Now, I'm not doubting that. It's difficult. I'm addicted to sugar, so it's a struggle, believe me. Maybe it's just that. And even if it isn't, even if, his orientation might not be what he would have you believe. And by the way, just pointing out that he's a great grandfather isn't the defense against that you think. It's just so weird, all the response. You can pass things that harm all sorts of communities that you might be a part of. That would hardly be new in America, but I do think it's worth discussing. It's worth taking a look at the way that politicians use social media, whether it's the exact way that they mean. Maybe he meant to be on a different account. When they say he doesn't always use the right emojis, I'm not even entirely sure what that is a reference to, because the examples that we have are him of using hearts or something. Were there other emojis that he used that I don't have in screenshot form? Now I'm gonna have to go searching and find that out. But anyway, when you add this on to all of the different Republican politicians who are demonizing drag and have routinely dressed up, in women's clothes or whatever in their past, or the many people who are obsessively spreading QAnon conspiracy theories, then it turns out that they eventually go down for having child porn on their computers. Hypocrisy is a massive problem in American politics, and I don't think that we are nearly harsh enough when we identify it. Sharon, any other thoughts?
I agree with you, and I think it stems from people who aren't allowed to just be. Ironically, just be. And that's something that America is good at too, keeping people hidden, not seeing them, not supporting them. And the statement to talk about implying something sinister. Who's really implying something sinister here? Okay, who's really doing that? We're not. The left isn't doing it. Just an observation here. This individual who's kind of popular, it seems, on social media doesn't even seem to care. Just says, listen, this is a person who's followed me for a number of years, and I think he likes who I am. Wouldn't it be great if that were the truth and America would just allow more of that?
Yeah, I agree. I'm just gonna give one more comment from McClure, is the individual whose account we're talking about. Says, I hope he can extend that kindness by trying to make sure no bills are passed to hurt anyone like me.
Now I want him to run.
Yeah, we'll be waiting to see. He'll have one high profile supporter at the very least. By the way, can I just point out, I love that the dude's name is Randy. He can't help it. It's based on his name.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.